welcome back. So in last lecture we were talking about the atmospheric window, and as I told that this is the spectrum or the area which will be acting as an atmospheric window, and this is important because this region will have minimum absorption, okay, and this is extremely important. So please remember this, because we will be talking more on this part when we are talking about the absorption and all that, okay. So this is termed as the atmospheric window. They can be used for looking at ground surface from aerial or space platform across the atmosphere because of its least absorption capability. Because if it is the light is or the energy which is coming in is absorbed, then you will not be able to view anything in your data which you are collecting in terms of the photographs, or if you are doing remote sensing. Okay. Now, for example, this is a false color composite satellite imagery of Kutch region, which I wanted to just show you that if in this you see a different colors and different landforms. I will quickly look at it, that there are few areas which are marked by red here. This all are indicative of the good vegetation. Okay. Some part here, if you look at, this is all white, because there is no absorption here. The light which was incident on this area was completely reflected back, and this is what we called the Great Run of Kutch. We have some features which are outlying like this. Over here, these are all rocky areas or the hilly areas over here, and we have some dark features over here on the lower part. Even at this place, these are all rocky areas. Okay. But let me tell you that along with this dark patches, the whole portion which I am marking right now is rocky. This is also rocky here. Of course, there will be some thin veneer of sediments covering this rocky region, but these are all rocky. But now, if you look at that, we have still different colors which are marked here. Some portion is dark, some portion is lighter in color. Again, this is because of the different type of material here. So this Great Run of Kutch, the light is completely reflected back, hence it appears white. Whereas if you come this side, this is what we call the creek area. Okay. And this is the tidal zone, or the high tide or the low tide zone in this part. Okay. So the area which is appearing dark, okay, is the area of maximum absorption. So light or the energy which is when coming and falling on this is getting absorbed, it is not reflected back. Hence you will see those portions of the earth surface or that area as dark. Now if you look at further in the northern portion, this feature is appearing different than this one. If you ask me, because we have seen the area in the field, so we can easily tell you, but then also you can make out that there is some difference between these two landscape. Okay. So this is a marshy area, and this region, if you see, that shows some features like linear features over here like this. These are all sand dunes, and this is the area known as Thar Desert. And there is a stream here which I am putting the pointer, which is appearing slightly darker than the surrounding region, showing a divide between the Thar sand dunes and again a red toned area, which is a vegetated region, and this is in Pakistan. So basically what I would like to emphasize here is that taking into consideration the tonal variations, you can identify the different features or the landforms on the Earth's surface. Very quickly, another feature very important, this small patch here is appearing little bit darker than the surrounding regions. This is again a small water body which has been identified in this area. So based on the tonal variation, we can identify different landforms. Okay. So if you look at this portion in field, this is what we have marked as a lake which was been formed because of the disruption of Nara river, which got ponded due to 1819 11th earthquake. And in total now, if you see, we are having lot of other features which have been marked here. We will discuss when we talk more about the interpretation part, but most important point here which I would like to make is that based on the tonal variation, you can identify the landforms and other features on the Earth's surface. So this is the ground photograph of this lake here. Again, another satellite data that was in the previous one was in false color composite, again based on the combination of different bands, but this is in real tonal colors. Okay. Even then you can easily make out here the green is because these are in true colors. Okay. So green shows the vegetation, and then you can easily make out the rocky areas here. Okay. And as I told, even these portions are all rocky, but the composition of this material is different from this one, and we can also say that the rock type here which you see is different than the surrounding rock types. Now here you can see that is the creek area, deeper part region, and then bluish is again the area which I was talking about, the Great Run of Kutch. And here is the small lake, the boundary which marks between the marshy land and the sand dunes. Here you can see the linear features which are the sand dunes here, and the river which marks the boundary between the vegetated areas and the desert in this area. Now this information, the type of information which is required, can be collected by lot many ways. Okay. So the only point is that we should not come into the contact of the object or any feature. Okay. So various remote sensing platforms for investigations and identification of Earth resources, you can use either a camera mounted on some vehicle, or you can use the balloons, you can use the helicopter, aircraft, rockets, satellites, okay, or you are using the meteorological satellites or a space shuttle. So these are the various techniques or the platforms through which you can collect the data which is required for. This is another one which is now getting very common. as a UAV, where you can have a mounted high resolution camera and you can collect the aerial photographs, and that too within capability viewing in 3 dimension. So, this equipment can collect the photographs having stereoscopic capabilities. Okay. So, you can view this and generate digital elevation model and 3D images. So, scheme of a typical remote sensing program, if you look at, we can have first the data collection using different platforms as we were discussing in the previous slide. Then what type of data we need, either it is in the term of in the form of photograph, or it is in term of the digital data. Either we can store this on the data tapes, which are in earlier will be used, or with an analog typical paper print photographs we are looking at. We can store and view this data either digitally on our screens of personal PCs, or maybe you can have laptops or anything, or you view this by a very well followed conventional techniques, that is using stereoscopes. Okay. And of course, you do the ground truthing, and then finally you generate different maps, that is what we call thematic maps, depending on what information you want to extract from the data which is available to you, because you cannot keep on extracting each and every data and make the interpretation sheet crowded. Okay. So, depending on the user, whatever the information you need, for example, you need only river channels to be extracted, you can extract that and try to prepare your particular map. I will just skip this, maybe we can move further ahead. Now, this is again talking about little bit about the radiation. The information which has been seen on the screen here is again of the type of body, either it is hot or cool, it will radiate. Okay. The amount of energy has been radiated back. So, hotter objects radiate more energy than cool. Hotter objects will radiate short wavelength energy with the short wavelength. Now, the scene above, if you look at, there are few colors which you can identify here. So, black and violet, it has been shown here, the house. Okay. The low temperature, black and violets are the area of low temperature, whereas the yellow and red tones are indicative of high temperature bodies. Ground and sky, coldest, windows of heated home are warmest. So, sky is the area, or this area is coldest, and black and violet part is with the lower temperature, whereas the high temperature is this yellow and red here. So, this is the electromagnetic radiation which can be received from different objects having different conditions. Okay. Either it is hot or cool. This is again important, and as I was talking about, that if you look at the region which reflects maximum energy back will appear white. Okay. So, this is the photograph from the snow field, and the phenomena or the terminology which has been used for this type of radiation is termed as albedo. So, albedo is percentage of solar radiation reflected. It depends upon the property of material. So, for example, albedo for different material, if you look at snow and ice is having the albedo of 45 to 85%. So, it will have very high albedo and most of the light will be reflected back to the atmosphere. Water is having 2% only. Earth and atmosphere system, depending on which area and type of material, it is around 30%. So, water is having the least. This is another important part, that is atmospheric scattering and its effects. Okay. So, when the sun energy reaches the Earth's atmosphere, some of it is reflected back to the space and the rest is absorbed and radiated by the greenhouse gases. So, if you go back in the lecture we discussed about in the previous first lecture, you will understand the importance of what we were talking about, the atmosphere, okay. Because some of the energy will be absorbed and some will be re-radiated back into the atmosphere, and this phenomena also plays an important role in keeping our earth warm, and hence we are talking about the global warming and all that. So, the greenhouse effect is a natural process that warms the earth's surface. The radiation reflected and emitted by the earth passes through atmosphere. In this process, it interacts with atmospheric constitutions such as gases, what we call greenhouse gases, and suspended materials such as aerosols and dust particles. So, sometime in few areas or the regions in India, we find that there is no sunlight coming in and the days are very dull, okay, in winters particularly, and that is because of the energy is not completely transmitted to the earth's surface, okay, and that may be because of the aerosols or the dust particles in the atmosphere. So, greenhouse gases, just for your reference, if you take, we have hydrogen or water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, chlorofluor, carbon, etc. Now, the atmospheric scattering is the effect of diffuse multiple reflections of electromagnetic radiation by gas molecules and suspended particles in atmosphere. So, during the interaction, it gets partly scattered, absorbed and transmitted. This is important, okay, because not everything will be absorbed, it will be partly scattered, absorbed and transmitted. The degree of atmospheric interaction depends on the path, length and the wavelength. Okay. So, this is the complete the spectrum. If you look at, you will be able to understand that this interaction will depend on the wavelength as well as the path length. So, radiation terminologies are being used, several terminologies are used for electromagnetic radiations. Radiant energy is given in joule, radiant flux or power is the radiant energy per second in watts. Okay. Spectral radiance is equal to your radiant energy per unit area per unit time, and we have discussed this. This is the black body radiation, that is Stephen Boltzmann's law. So, all matter above absolute 0 degree Kelvin will radiate continuously. The emitted radiation from any object will depend upon the composition and temperature of the object. Okay. So, if you are having very heated or hotter object, you will have different radiation. If you are having cooler, then you are having different. Okay. So, the emitted radiation from any object will depend upon the composition, okay, and temperature of the object. So, for example, black body is one that absorb all radiation incident on it without any reflection. Atmospheric scattering, if you look at scattering that occurs because of diffusion of multiple reflection of electromagnetic radiation by gas molecules and suspended particle in atmosphere. There are two basic type of scattering. One is non-selective scattering and another is selective scattering. If you classify this, then what we have, the non-selective scattering occurs when all wavelengths are equally scattered. So, whatever the light or the electromagnetic radiation coming in of the same wavelength, all wavelengths are equally scattered. It is caused by dust, cloud or fog. As all visible wavelengths are equally scattered, clouds and fog appears white. This is one of the very important point, that if you are having all wavelengths are equally scattered, okay, then that object or the area will appear white. Among selective scattering, the most common is termed as relay scattering, also called molecular scattering, which occurs due to the interaction of radiation with mainly gas molecules and tiny particles. So, here there will be some absorption which will take place. Okay. And another type of scattering is caused by large spherical particles known as Mie scattering. So, you have to remember this different type of scattering: non-selective, selective scattering, relay and Mie scattering. So, how electromagnetic radiation interact on ground? Okay. So, the electromagnetic energy incident on the earth's surface may be reflected, absorbed or transmitted. So, you are having the incident here, the electromagnetic energy. Some will be reflected and absorbed within the earth's surface. So, energy interaction mechanism on ground will be of this type. Again, it depends on the material on which it is incident. So, law of conservation of energy, the energy balance can be written as, that is, you are having the incident energy which will be equal to your radiated, absorbed and transmitted. So, the reflectant of this components differ from different object at different wavelength and also depends upon the local relief. This is important. So, the reflectance will vary from place to place and will differ for different object at different wavelengths and depends upon the local relief also. So, this is an example of semi-diffuse reflection, and this is the Lambertson reflection, which is having all complete energy has been radiated back. Now, depending on the relief and the material, not all energy which is falling on the surface will be transmitted back. So, it will get reflected or transmitted in multiple directions, okay, or scattering will occur in multiple directions depending on the relief or the topography of the surface. So, if you look at the common geometric configuration to the sense of reflection, then you have different sensors which can be used. Either you are using SLR or you are using LiDAR for this. Okay. So, I will stop here and we will continue in the next lecture, discuss more on the photogeology part. Thank you so much.